Hi, I'm Kim Shorland from Harcourts Adelaide Hills. We're often asked, why do we need to advertise in the newspapers when our property is going on the net? The answer is, when you advertise in print, your property will stand out from the crowd. Remember, we're employed not only to sell a property, but to achieve the highest and best possible price in the shortest time frame. When print media is used, the time on market is reduced. When a property is launched on the internet, we see it spike with views, and then gradually the interest falls away. When that same property is advertised in print media, we can then see that property spike again. Interest is reignited. This tells us that print media is working and that the public are drawn to an advertisement, then will research further via the internet. So to grab attention quickly, print media is still the answer. The one thing we never want to hear from a purchaser is that they didn't know a property was on the market until it was too late. This could mean 5, 10 or many thousands of dollars lost to your vendor by not using print media. Active buyers definitely read print because they know that the seller is genuine. We really want to meet the active buyers, the ones that are going to be emotionally involved, rather than the well-researched buyers, as they will pay more. We had one property last year that had been on the market for over 2 years with other agents. We took it over and listed it on the net for a month with not a lot of interest. When it was advertised in the advertiser with a half-page ad, that property had 19 groups through one open inspection with 3 cash offers. The property was over $2 million and was sold from this one ad. Another property we advertised about a month ago went live on the internet with an open the following weekend. At that open, we had 8 groups through. These buyers were genuine but had a ceiling on what they were prepared to offer. The following weekend, we advertised the same property in the advertiser and the courier. The results speak for themselves. With 39 groups through the open and 7 offers, the property ended up selling for $90,000 more than was offered the previous weekend and was $60,000 above the asking price. So if you're not promoting your properties in print, you're definitely doing your vendors a disservice. You're running the risk of not achieving the highest and best possible price in the marketplace today. The other advantage when advertising via print media is that if you do have a property situated outside a suburb that is not well known, it gives you an opportunity to get it out there. Whereas on the internet, some suburbs are just not well known enough to be searched. Print media enables us to project the best image, the best text, and promote to a market which may not have considered that suburb. This has been particularly important for us in the hills, where we do have small communities or areas that are unknown to the wider public, yet maybe only 5 minutes away from a large township. Last but not least, at Harcourts, we have a huge advantage over other agents, with the advertiser ad being right at the front of the paper. Ask anyone what they do when they pick up Saturday's Advertiser real estate lift out, and they'll say, we look at the first 5 or 6 pages, flip to the back, look at the editorial, and that's about it. After the first 5 or 6 pages, we generally put it down. Our coffee's finished. So we now live in a quick information environment where we do need to attract attention in a very short time span. Our advertiser ad does exactly that. So if they're not with Harcourts, they may be wasting their money. There is a place for classy advertising, and I'm not saying that they don't work. They do if you want to appeal to buyers who want a bargain. If you have a vendor on a tight budget, the classy ad is not a bad idea and a great way to get a half-price ad in the corporate section if after 60 days you're still on the market. The most important thing to remember is to write a sizzling ad. Make people want to be there, in that home, living that dream. The lifestyle they've always wanted. A good ad will reap the rewards. Last but not least, the more you advertise, the more exposure you receive. The more your name is out there, the more listings you acquire. The more people you come into contact with, the more sales you create, and ultimately, the more money you make. So print advertising is a really important part of our business, and whilst it continues to achieve fantastic results, make sure you're in it and enjoy the success it brings.